Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special episode. Usually, I'm workout Robert, but today I'm going to be video game Robert. You see this game in front of you is called WWF No Mercy. The intro to this game is pretty sweet, but I can't show it here because it tends to freeze and then it freezes the entire game. So we're coming up on the part where it tends to freeze at a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and quit it before we get there. WWF No Mercy. I do not have a Rumble Pack. However, this is an emulator, so I don't think that I need one. The only actual mode that works without any sort of problem, as I turn it down just a little bit so that you can hear me more clearly. The only real mode that actually works without too much of a problem is the survival mode. The championship mode doesn't work for diddles. And that's what we will be playing today. Think of Call of Duty Zombies. Just instead of the rounds going up, it's the difficulty going up for one or two reasons. For a number of reasons, actually. We're going to go to the No Mercy, the SmackDown Arena. So as you can see, count out, lose, pins, yes, submission, yes, TKO, yes, rope break, yes, disqualification, no, which means that you cannot disqualify yourself in this format. Now in wrestling, disqualifications are usually used as a in wrestling, disqualifications are usually used to further stories. So in here, you only get one shot. That's it. Rules are not selectable. If you see that in your lower screen, that means that I can't go in and change the rules for this. They're already preset, and there's nothing that I can do about it. Bloodshed, no. I can't make them bleed, and there is no time count. So with everything being said, oh yeah, and I should preface this by saying one more thing. All of the characters and logos you will see in this video are their respective owners' logos and characters and names. So I do not own anything. This is purely for commentary purposes, and for that matter, purely for purposes of giving opinions and stuff of that nature. Now, I don't know if The Undertaker was really 328 pounds, but we're just going to go with it. And the fact that it says that he's 6'10", or that he was 6'10", shows that he shrunk a little, because on commentary they always say that he was 7 foot tall. Nonetheless, I'm going to pick one of these wrestlers. And I'm going to try to eliminate 100 superstars. But first, I should do something that I should have done off camera, but for some reason it's not working. So I'm going to have to edit the game controls really fast and just make sure that all of this works the way that I need it to. Okay, now I do apologize for that little, what I just did there. That's something that I should have done off camera. But nonetheless, I'm glad that I was able to get that done. I'll pick Triple H. I will pick the Big H. will skip the entrances, all the flashy stuff. So, in this video, basically, I'm going to be doing nothing but commentary. Setting down, because the video that I was planning on making, guys, I can't make it. I can't upload it, rather. So this is kind of a plan B video just to keep the content rolling out. Just to keep the content rolling out so that I can keep uploading on a consistent basis. And if everyone likes and prefers this content this way, then I'm going to keep pushing this content out. And the next time that I appear on the survival mode, despite this being a plan B video and, you know, really not, how do I say, really not too planned, too much to say the least, really not something that I, you know, wanted to do this format here. Not to say that I don't want to play this game, but, you know, I just couldn't think of a more fitting video than, hey, I bought a new computer, so why don't I just try to get out another elimination. And Taz just cost me an elimination. Thank you, Taz. Thank you. So, anyway, what I mean to say is that it's not like I didn't want to make this video. Like I said that I didn't want to make this video. I just hadn't planned on making this particular video. What I had planned on doing was making a video about why John Moxley deserved to be the #1 contender, or for that matter, deserved to win the championship that he was in a tournament for. However, something got in the way of that. It appears that John is not in good health mentally, as well as I wouldn't say spiritually, but he's fighting a lot of demons right now. God damn it. So he's fighting a lot of supposed demons right now. He has an alcohol addiction, and if you know me IRL, like in real life, I've said some things about people who have been addicted to some stuff. Not necessarily, I mean, harder than alcohol, but I've also said some things to people who were addicted to alcohol and stuff of that nature, and in that regard, I've said some nasty stuff to people, IRL, and I don't know if this video makes up for it. Thank you, Albert! Thank you! I don't know if this video is going to make up for it, but I'm going to now publicly apologize to anyone who has had an addiction such as that in the past. I make myself out to be this wrestling analyst. What the fuck? Fuck off, Gerald. I make myself out to be this wrestling analyst who's okay. Thank you, Gerald. An unbiased journalist, more or less, who just tells the truth about more specific things than just one wrestler and how they are. And the point that I'm trying to make is the fact that I feel really shitty about the stuff that I've said about people who are addicted to alcohol, or who are addicted to painkillers, or who are rather addicted to substances such as those. Now that I know that one of my heroes suffers from such an addiction. Now that I've realized that there's someone in my inner circle who has experienced something of that nature. So with that, I canceled the John Moxley video that I was about to make. I canceled the video due to the fact that it would make no sense for me to do that video, and I was going to upload it today. I was going to, but then I got the news that Moxley will not be competing in the tournament, even though he had already made it to the semifinals. He walked into someone's office and he said, "Guys, I need help." John Moxley walked into someone's office and he said, "Guys, I need help." Either that or his wife said, "You know what, either you get help for this or we're done." You know, and his wife means a lot to her, and so it wouldn't surprise me if Renee had just been fed up with it. Here's a man that we need to talk about on one format or another. His name is Chris Benoit, and if you do not know anything about Benoit, then you should know this. He is seen rather as a monster. If you have not done any research, I'm sorry for the long pause, me pausing the video game, but it is extremely difficult to commentate a wrestling game, I guess you could say, and as well as give thoughts and opinions on other things that work, because I have to think about what I'm going to do in this game, and then I have to think about what it is that I would have to do commentating wise. So with that being said, what I would like to do now is go ahead and take the time to tell you about Chris Benoit. Seeing as though that he just popped up on our screen, Benoit was and is, for the most part, people think he's some monster because he killed himself. He killed his family in his Atlanta, Georgia home. And it was a murder-suicide plot that had like conspiracy theorists going crazy. For the pure and simple fact that somebody's getting pedigreed, I don't care who it is. For the pure and simple fact that there were a lot of inconsistencies in the story of the murder-suicide plot of Chris Benoit. And there were a lot of consistencies in another story. And I'll leave you guys to go do research on that, because this is not a video about Chris Benoit and his murder-suicide. Nonetheless, it was just a brief mention about it. I'm playing with Triple H, and Scotty 2 Hotty's about to cost me an elimination. So I'm playing with Triple H just because at the time, and at the time of the game's release, he had the second, I think I'd read somewhere that his finishing move in this game is like the second most powerful. The first being Shawn Michaels' super kick, but I can't use Shawn Michaels' super kick right now because Shawn Michaels is locked behind a paywall. You heard me correctly. In this game, Shawn Michaels is locked behind a paywall, and it costs $50,000 to get him. But you can earn money via the eliminations that I'm earning right now. I'm not sure how they determine how much money that you get. Excuse me, I'm burping. That's very rude. But this old man, Pat Patterson, oh my God, he's not about to play knick-knack on my thumb. And Bubba Ray seems to not want... One thing that pisses me off about this game is that the opponents don't tend to keep their focus on one person for too long. It's extremely frustrating whenever, like over here, I am trying to beat up Bubba Ray, and there Pat Patterson is. He's got his focus on me, so that led me to look at Pat Patterson for 1 second, not realizing that Bubba Ray was on the apron there, and I missed my elimination. I missed that window. But it's fine, I'll just give him a pedigree. Which is the second most devastating finishing move in this video game. Is he gone? That's a count too, ladies and gentlemen. I do not like it whenever I get costed an elimination. I used to play this game whenever I was younger, like 14, I shouldn't say 14, 7 maybe. Maybe whenever I was 7 years old. Yeah, I probably played it whenever I was 14, but, you know, just 7, 6 years old, maybe, somewhere around that timeline. That was whenever it was frustrating because I had ADHD at the time and still do, I'm assuming, because you never grow out of it. But what would end up happening was every time that I would lose, I would throw my controller in frustration, and then I would always yell and get mad. I remember my grandma, her, like, she would have to put up with it, you know, and it's really sad, but nonetheless, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about is some professional wrestling. I hope that I'm not too far away from my microphone, that you can't hear me, or you're having trouble hearing me, or something of that nature. Wow! And I just got costed an elimination. Thanks, Bubba Ray. All things considered, though, we're like 11 minutes into this match here. And I think I've been doing a swell job getting 13 eliminations, but I don't know out of how many. I lost count. But nonetheless, Bubba Ray, hopefully he's about to get that right there. That stalling gut suplex. Rikishi and Stevie Richards. Richards, who at the time was a part of a group known as Right to Censor. Pop, move your ass. Did you see that boy slap his ass? Sorry, I was picking my nose. You know what they say, you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose. Bubba Ray costing me yet another elimination. God damn it. Jerry Lawler, who used to be a wrestler back in the 90s, but now does commentary. And I would say recently, but it wasn't too recently. He had a heart attack, and he's semi-retired now. So, you know, all your heroes start to go away after a while. And after you eliminate them, you do unlock them as a, and all of their in-ring gear and stuff like that. So, by eliminating everyone, I'm unlocking their movesets. And Bubba Ray costing me yet another elimination. My cat's looking at me like I'm crazy right now. Like, do you mind? I'm trying to sleep. All you do is sleep, cat. Edge comes in. Edge gets eliminated. And I really need to get rid of Bubba Ray. Now the special that you see flashing on the screen means that he's basically invincible at this time. So it's a short period of time. Think of it as like the Mario star. Whenever Mario gets the star, he gets star power, and then he's therefore invincible. That was the Godfather. He was oh, here comes the Rock. Like I said, any mention to anyone's name, or for that matter, any logos that you might see, like the crowd signs and stuff of that nature, are that one had me worried. But any crowd signs or anything like that that you might see are property of their respective owners and not mine. So Triple H's trunks, as you can see, and The Rock's trunks, as you can see, they're not property of anything that I own, and I'm going to make sure that people know that. The SmackDown logo that you see right there, the WWF logo, if you can see it on the ring corner post right there, at the left and right corner of your screen, if you can see those, your eyesight is as good as mine, or for that matter the pixelization in the game that I'm playing with is showing up just as good. And S.A. Rios has a death wish. As I went for a victory, no, that wasn't a victory roll, that was a schoolboy pin, and I didn't get none of it, as I hit The Rock with the pedigree. As Bubba Ray looks at me like he's about to, and now he's taunting. I'm not sure why he's taunting. He didn't do a damn thing. So I'm 16 eliminations in. S.A. Rios is the most damaged right now, so I might want to take care of him. And Rock, you better get the fuck out of me. Out of my way. That was stupid. Rock went for a Boston Crab, but found none of it. And S.A. Rios just ate the ring post. That was not the ring post. I'm going to go for the pin. I'm going to get the 2. The little bars that you see, by the way, in the small corner of your screen, that just determines who's got momentum, and it kind of goes in favor of the wrestler who's the most aggressive most of the time. But you can be the most aggressive that you want sometimes, and it won't work in your favor because your opponent's just a counter. Like, they'll counter everything that you do, and they'll just hurt you with all of their countering and all of their abilities to counter. And this game is based more off of there's a small part of the game that you can go to in the creator wrestler mode, and you can look at everybody's abilities, everybody's weaknesses. You can look at everybody's, like, in this game they actually put in like weaknesses. They actually put in like let's say head, arms, body, and legs, for instance. You get like 16 points, let's say. I'm not sure how many points it truly is, but it's like 16 points, for example. And you get to use like up to 3 of them if you chose to. You can use 3 of them, or 4, however many that they max you out on. I'm pretty sure that the max is 5 though, but you can use let's say 3 of them on like your head, 2 of them on your arms, you know, 1 of them on your, but you have to do it in a manner in which that it seems balanced, so that every time that your opponent attacks your arms, it's not a weakness. Every time that your opponent attacks your legs, it's not a weakness. And they do it like this, offense and defense. So that's something that I give them a lot of yes for, because I loved seeing that back in the day. Nowadays it's just, hey, if you can play the career mode, then you can earn EXP points, which can go toward your overall, and a overall is like based upon the points that you have in the stats system. This game, however, does not focus on a stats system. More or less just focuses on fighting styles. Whatever fighting style that you pick, like say if I was to give Triple H here, if I was to clone him, which I can do, and it's not a ROM hack or anything like that, it's just a part of the game where you can actually clone that wrestler into a creator wrestler. Stop. Where you can actually clone either that wrestler's moves or that wrestler into a creator wrestler, and then make their move set. Alright. Make their move set somewhat like almost all punches or something like that. So if they're almost all punches and then I put 10 points to their arms, then that's what's going to happen, is I'm going to see a lot of aggressive, fun results, because those 10 points that went toward the arms, that's what's going to really set me over the top. Triple H must have a lot on his arms too, because he just keeps punching people, and they almost never reverse. Now Eddie Guerrero is another individual who, alright, a lot of controversy surrounds, not because he did something that Benoit did. Alright, thank you. Now, if you didn't hear that, he said I'm an ass man. Mr. Ass. He's literally Mr. Ass. So I don't know whether that means that he's complete ass or whether or not he just likes ass. And The Rock's going to get in my way. Eddie Guerrero is another person who is surrounded, and I won't say surrounded, I shouldn't say surrounded, with controversy just because of the wrestling community is, I wouldn't say divided. Everyone thinks that he's a great professional wrestler, and they would be right to think so. It's just the way that he died wasn't really something that I was told. Now, whether or not this is true or not, either it was a heart attack in a hotel room or it was drugs. So, you know, either or way, you know, I mean, it's really, well, I guess it's not either or way. I shouldn't say that. Oh my God, Perry Saturn, get eliminated, get wrecked, bitch. God damn it. Shane McMahon is another one that's, he's eliminated. I should say he's, I won't say surrounded by controversy. You can unlock him in this game, but I've already, no, have I? No, I haven't. Okay, so apparently I'm not allowed to do that. Thank you. For those of you wondering, a few people missing from this game is Ric Flair, The Big Show. Andre the Giant is in this game, but The Big Show's not. Hulk Hogan's not in this game. Hulk Hogan is not in this game. Chris Jericho, by the way, is in this game, but at the time, he went to WCW. So, I don't see how he's in a WWE game whenever he was in another company at the time. Motherfucker. Motherfucker! Kick your ass, boy. What kind of gay ass dance is that? I'll kick you in the nads. As boy, I can't hit anybody. Okay. Motherfucker. Now you heard Triple H's music, that means that Triple H is going to come out. So basically there's 2 Triple H's in the ring. Motherfucker. You'll notice me run away whenever their momentum is too high, because I can't, unless I can catch them off guard, I really can't deal with high momentum right now. Mr. Ass, on the other hand, is looking a little too aggressive. His momentum's not high at all. That's Dean Malenko, as my cats knock something over. Dean Malenko was known as the man of 1,000 holds. And I'm going to eliminate myself. God damn it. I guess I'm not going to eliminate myself. Thank you, stupid motherfucker. This game is unique in of its own, at the fact that before all the new games came out, rather. Thank you. All the new games had something somewhat of a one button reversal system. This game has a 2-button reversal system. Now, what that means is you would have to press, or rather you would have to guess, is what I should say, what your opponent was going to do before you could press the right button in order to reverse it. Spamming both buttons would garner you no results. But in this game right here, it's the L button and the R button. R reverses. Okay. The R button reverses grapples. The L button reverses strikes, if I remember correctly. Now, it could be the other way around. See, that's grapples. That's the L button. Yep, it was the other way around. I can't grapple anybody. They just want to play keep away. Motherfucker. I'll kick your ass. Oh my god, man. Grandmaster Sexay wants to play no-nos with me. And that's his name, Grandmaster Sexay. I'm not sure why. Wow! Costing me 2 eliminations, man. So, from what I'm told, in order to, I'm not sure which one is true, but I've been told 2 different things. One being, in order to beat the survival mode, you have to eliminate 100 people. which becomes extremely difficult whenever assholes start basically taking liberties of their own and eliminating other people, eliminating each other. It'd be nice if they would just wrestle and not focus on eliminating each other. It pisses me off too. Here I am trying to make content, you know, and I feel like this is weak content, you know, 25 eliminations in 27 minutes. In a survival, hello Lita. In a survival game mode. There we go, 26. Now, like I said, I'd been told two different things. One being that you don't have to eliminate 100 people, but there has to be 100 eliminations, you know, made. Had that been the case, I'd already lost track of how many eliminations that they've costed me. Bubba Ray probably costed me about 4. Guess I'll have to go back and watch the footage or something. But I guess it's not important. You know, just because you lose a video game, it's not the end of the world. But nonetheless, what I mean to say is that I made this video as a last minute decision, just to say, hey, I guess that John Moxley video that I was planning on making wasn't going to come out. Another video that I'm going to be making, and it's probably going to come out at the same time that this one does, is another one of those wrestling remixes. This time it's going to be Kane. Kane. You might see him in this game, actually. His original theme song doesn't sound too good in like 64 bits, which I'm pretty sure this game was rendered in, but I could be wrong. Pixelated, whatever. Val Venus just got eliminated. Here's another character that's locked behind I shouldn't say a paywall. Usually she comes out earlier than this, though. Usually she comes out earlier than 29. And she's not stealing my taunt, that's literally her taunt. And you have to be careful with her, because she's really good at reversing. Luckily, she didn't reverse anything this time. But her name is Mae Young. I don't know if she's dead or what's up with... I thought maybe she was, but I could be wrong. Hardcore Holly, ladies and gentlemen. Sparkplug Bob Holly, rather. Sparkbug is what I called him, and I do apologize for that. Sparkplug Bob Holly is who he originally debuted as, if you remember, in the 90s. Oh my god. That almost eliminated me. Had there not have been a corner there, I would have literally stopped at 30. Oh my god. Oh my god, Becky. Look at her ass. I'm going to try to pin and eliminate Henry unless Dean Malenko tries to. Nope. He's just trying to go for the submission. Yes, that was a submission, despite it just being mounted punches. I can't grapple anybody. I don't know why. They're not letting me, but there have been times in this game where they just wouldn't. Okay. I'm not allowed to pin him. Please pin him. Thank you. 2. That was a 2, ladies and gentlemen. It wasn't even a count 2. It was just a 2. Come on, Holly. You can do it. Try again. I was literally going to do that. He reversed it. That time he really reversed it. So, this game also featured a weight system. The weight system, as you can see, Mark Henry, at the time of this game, was considered a super heavyweight. Later on, though, they got rid of the super heavyweight division. And Triple H, who is only a heavyweight, not a super heavyweight, apparently would have trouble picking up Mark Henry, is what this game is inferring to. And I'm getting my ass kicked because I did not look at Henry's momentum bar before deciding to make the decision to attack him. So like I said before, unless I can catch him off guard or get him woozy and drowsy like I just did, but that wasn't enough, unless I can catch him off guard in one way or another, then I'm not going to be able to pin Henry. I'm not going to be able to do anything to Mark Henry. And I'm going to hope that while I'm on the ground, no one pins him. Okay. God damn it! So I do apologize for the silence or whatever, guys. Wow. I don't know what else to say. I'm just trying to focus on pinning and beating Mark Henry. Wow. Another count two. I'm surprised that Malenko and Holly haven't eliminated each other yet. I dropped him on his head. I'm going to hit him with a pedigree if he kicks out of this, rather. He's been eliminated, ladies and gentlemen. That's... Shit. Oh my God, I almost had a heart attack. Matt Hardy. I don't know how far we'll get in this video before, you know, I just decide to call it quits or anything like that. One half of the Hardy Boys, or rather until I get eliminated, you know, we could do that, provided that the system that I'm running this on doesn't, like, you know, stop the recording prematurely or anything like that. And I'm going to assume that it's not going to. Just my assumption. I'm going to hit hardcore with a pedigree, and now he should be down for the count. See how easy it was to eliminate Hardcore Holly versus Mark Henry, which I spent like 5 minutes on? And he calls himself hardcore. He couldn't get up from a pedigree. Now the British Bulldog is someone who I honestly, every time that I play this game, every time, and it doesn't matter what port, it doesn't matter how many times that'll load the system, it doesn't matter, he always gives me a hard time. Well, you know what? I'm going to eat my words right now, because it does matter how many times that I'll load the game. He does give me, or he doesn't give me so much of a hard time. But sometimes you'll get these wrestlers. Sometimes you'll get these one-off wrestlers who will give you nothing more than a hard time, a hard way to go, and there's no reason for it whatsoever. Because the first time or the second time or the third time around that you've played this game, you didn't have such a hard time with them. And you kept the difficulty of this game relatively on the normal set difficulty. Which I've kept this one on the normal set difficulty as well, hence why I keep getting my ass kicked, and hence why I'm only at 34 eliminations. All things considered, I'm doing pretty well, I suppose. Thank you, Triple H. You finally learned how to reverse something. I'm not doing too bad, I suppose. As China comes in and gets eliminated. Right? No. Come on. How'd she get up from that? Break! Come on, ref. Where you at? Oh, God. Easy for you to do. You're a woman. Women don't have balls. At least the last time I checked, they didn't. And that was a long time ago. Matt Hardy has been eliminated. Yeah. My cat has climbed on something, but I hope that the cat doesn't knock anything over of importance. This is Big Val Venus. I'm sorry, not Val Venus. This is Viscera. He was known as the 200-pound love machine back in the day. And before he was known as the world's largest love machine, or whatever, he was known as Big V, Big Viscera. And whenever he was Big Viscera, in the jumpsuit that he was just wearing, and in the incarnation that you just seen him in, back then he would hang out with the Undertaker, right here, the Undertaker, who I just hit. He's probably pissed at me, but he'll get over it. But what I mean to say is, he used to hang out with the Undertaker in a group known as the Ministry of Darkness. And D'Lo Brown all of a sudden gets, yeah, that's what I thought. He gets a second wind, even though he never got his first wind, so to speak. He just gets brave and then just comes up to me and then says, "That's it, I'm tired of you eliminating me. And all my peeps." God damn it. China's putting me in a corner. Nobody puts baby in a corner except me. If you've ever seen Dirty Dancing, as I tell the Undertaker to suck it. In comes Bradshaw. As I'm not allowed to do a pedigree to anyone. God damn it. As the Undertaker gets in my way, he's not going to eat a pedigree either, I guess. Bradshaw is going to eat a pedigree. The Undertaker has no momentum, so he's ripe for the picking as far as eliminations go, provided that I can hit him, and then I get hit by Bradshaw with a clothesline. But then Bradshaw gets eliminated for his troubles. Cactus Jack. Ladies and gentlemen, listen at that theme music. Now, Cactus Jack is another individual in this game that you have to really pay attention to and watch out for. He is extremely tough whenever it comes to eliminations most of the time. Like I was talking about the British Bulldog being tough, but Jack takes the cake because he literally reverses anything that you throw at him, like he was trying to do right there. Like he just did right there, as I try to find a solution to eliminating him, because he is a locked character and I want to unlock him, so I have to fight him, unfortunately. So fortunate for me, I was able to hit him with a low blow. And I'm not going to wrestle him. I literally just want to eliminate him. If I didn't eliminate him this time, then I would have eliminated him next time. Not the next time that I play the survival mode, but the next time that he walked out. Because each character walks out 4 times. You've already seen Triple H walk out a second time and then get eliminated for it. Kurt Angle comes out and the crowd's already chanting, "You suck." D'Lo Brown gets taken downtown. A pile driver for his troubles. And for one reason or another, that hitbox wasn't correct. He wasn't supposed to attack me. His focus wasn't on me. But as you progress, the game gets harder and harder, and it starts to become more and more difficult to land an elimination, because then you get people like this, like D'Lo Brown, who has no momentum, or at least he's in green as far as momentum goes, and he's taking away all of my momentum, and I'm not sure how he's doing it because he's hurt more than I am. Thank you! See, this game sometimes doesn't understand its own logic whenever it comes down to actually doing certain things that it's supposed to do. Kane is in, and Kane is out. Yay! 42 eliminations. We're almost at 50. And here's Steve Austin. Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Stone Cold! I thought about picking Stone Cold whenever we first started. I was really contemplating picking Steve Austin, but I decided to go with Triple H. Triple H. Steve Austin must be mad at The Undertaker over what happened at Backlash 2002. Now, if you don't understand that reference, it's a pay-per-view that I covered on my podcast. Where Austin got screwed out of the championship. Austin got in Undertaker's face. Where Austin got screwed out of the championship thanks to a miscount by the referee, Ric Flair. So Austin must be mad at The Undertaker over that. And I'm not sure why he's attacking me. I didn't do nothing to him. But I will eliminate him. "44 eliminations in 44 minutes. 44 bottles of milk on the wall, 44 bottles of milk, pass one down, pass it around, 44 bottles of milk on the wall." And I won't say beer because I don't believe in drinking beer. As I stated at the beginning of this video, I severely do apologize for anyone who, I mean, I've said the same thing about weed, about marijuana, however you pronounce the name of the stupid drug. People use it as a crutch, and I hate that. I hate that people use it as okay. Oh, come on! We were doing so good! I hate that people use it as a crutch or an excuse to do whatever and with whatever that they so please. They just can't seem to cope without it. And as you've seen on this channel, I've done many different meditation videos, many different videos about learning to cope without marijuana because it's not a needed substance in this world. You don't have to make the excuse that, oh, God put it on this earth for us to smoke and enjoy. I guess. I'm not sure how to react to that. Sure. I mean, if that's how you want to believe that it was put on here for, because to me it wasn't. You know, that's some nonsense that you tell yourself so that it makes it better whenever you put whatever it is that you're putting into your lungs. My body is my temple, and I shat not, and I will not, and I would take my advice if I was you. I will not muddy the waters of my temple, my water. What am I, a woman? Did my water break? Alright. Oh, okay, that's cute. That's cute. Thank you. You earned yourself an elimination. Trying to pin me? Bye. Now we've seen Al Snow twice, we've seen S.A. Rios twice, and we've seen Test twice. And now we've seen Val Venus twice. We're getting closer to seeing Shawn Michaels. Usually it takes several playthroughs in order to get every unlockable character. Now you can pay $50,000 to unlock Shawn Michaels if you find yourself in a severe situation where you cannot, for whatever reason, get to about the 50, 60 mark, because that's when you'll see Shawn Michaels. Now the reason that I make that mouth noise is because Dean Malenko thinks that he can put me in a submission. If you just heard a farting noise being made. Oh my God, get off of me! Get away from me, you stupid retard! I do not in any way whatsoever think that Dean Malenko is a stupid retard. Today, he's an old man that lives with Parkinson's disease. And I'm very sorry. Is that Stephanie? That's Triple H. For the third time, we see Triple H. The first time you seen him, of course, was me playing as him. And he got eliminated. I think that's Kane. Ken Shamrock. Shamrock is another person who you have to watch out for. Okay, because he's extremely I'm going to reverse that. You're not allowed to do that. Reversed. Nope. You've been denied. He's one of those people. When the CPU plays with him, at least, whenever I've played as him, not played with him, but whenever I'm playing as him, I find it extremely difficult to reverse anything, let alone get anything done. And I'm not going to get to play as him, rather, not with him. I shouldn't say with him, that just sounds nasty, but I'm not going to get to play as him because Test eliminated him. For whatever reason, Test thinks that he's funny, but that's okay. Test just earned himself an elimination. Well, for a second there I was going to say, well, I didn't say that I was going to eliminate him. Test has become public enemy number one, guys. As Test goes for a power driver. And I've just been eliminated. 48. And this has been a very long video. A little over an hour. So here's what happens. Usually I can't play any more than that because my game freezes. So whenever I get eliminated or whatever, I usually have to reset it, and then it brings me this. Reopen without my last loading state. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me this preemptive video who, for whatever reason, I wasn't allowed to upload up until now. I'm starting to lose my voice. Maybe next time we'll try to make it further than that, or for that matter, we'll try to unlock Shawn Michaels. Let me see if it saved my progress. This is how you check to see if it saved your progress. You come over here to shop. You got $12,760. Do I have enough to get Shawn Michaels? As you can see, I got Cactus Jack. Shawn Michaels is $50,000, like I told you guys. Ken Shamrock I did not get. Whenever it says contract, obviously that means that you've gotten them. Ho costs $500,000. Excuse me. Wow. Earl Hebner, who is the interim referee. I can't even get the arenas. That's supposed to be barbed wire on that stick. And unfortunately, I can't speed up this progress. The Rock says. Steve's can. I can't speed up this progress. They allow you to have a bazooka. Pretty neat. And go to the go to the championship mode, which is much faster. But anyway, I would like to thank everyone for joining me, and until next time, until we meet again.